Good morning, everybody. This is 3333 Lightworker bringing to you this week's tarot reading from November the 16th through the 22nd. So, we're smack dab in Mercury retrograde this week. So, the best advice I can give to you, since I've been through hundreds of these Mercury retrogrades in my life, is just to go with the flow. If somebody says something rude to you, just let it be like water off a duck's back. Don't be bothered by it. If somebody is harsh or somebody's jealous because you're succeeding and they're not, just let it go. Keep walking, those kind of things. But on overall, for this entire week, as you can tell from the cards we have a major arcana here, major arcana here. Let's see what else we have, and I think that's it for the major arcanas. But so we have the Sun and the Chariot, both excellent cards for manifestations, hearing good news, and things like that. So let's get started. First card here we have the Hierophant. Notice the stairs and the stepway up to Spirit, and this guy is just grinning because he's receiving all the information he needs for this week. It could be knowledge for what you need, like maybe it's schooling or the certifications that you need for a job that you really want, or new ideas for your business, a little side hustle or something like that. Or your health is improving like 100%. Maybe for the last couple months, you've been feeling so down and out and tired and just stressed out. You're losing weight, losing hair. You don't know, the world is just making humans cray, and we're all stressing out, will we be paid? Will we not be paid? It's those kind of things. So what you're receiving from Spirit, though, because you are participating in meditation and praying and everything like that, you're getting guided to the right people, places, and things to get those blessings. So don't worry, it's all going to come, it's all going to work out. Mercury retrograde always makes this way. And thank goodness it only lasts a couple of weeks, because the world would be in dire straits, if it lasted any longer. But so I want you, each and every one of you, man, woman, child, whoever may be, a grandpa, grandma, whoever may be listening to my readings, please just be happy. Just go with the flow, because it's temporary. Our next card here is the Knight of Wands. See, she's beating on the drums. She's celebrating. She knows that it's just temporary. All the stress, all this, people acting strange and stuff like that. So just realize that you're manifesting the perfect job, lifetime career, that you've always wanted, but it just seemed to elude you. But now you're going after it, because you're of a certain age where if you don't go after it now, you never will. So you're just going to throw yourself out there and keep on trying. Every week is a new week. So, and you're going to have that kind of optimism, okay? Each time you learn a new thing, or say you got a new cell phone and you don't know all the gadgets, but each week you seem to be finding something new that your phone does or something like that. So that's, or a class. Each week, you're studying hard and it's just not sinking in. And then all of a sudden, like 3 days later, because you walked away from the textbook or something, it all falls together, when you get back to your book or your online school or whatever class that you're taking. So just take it a little bit at a time. Know that Spirit is guiding you, okay? Spirit is guiding you to the right classes, people, career, maybe charities that can help you until you get back on your feet and those kind of things. So just be enlightened by that, because each and every one of us, each human, each animal, each species of animal or whatever, has a guardian angel attached to them. So just ask your guardian angel for help, and I'm sure that they'll respond quite rapidly if you're sincere. So when you're asking and manifesting or praying, just be sincere with your requests, okay? So when those opportunities come to you, take those inspired actions right away, okay? And accept help from those people who believe in you. So don't doubt your blessings. They're coming to you. Now, the next card we have And as you all know, if you've been listening to my videos here, the Queen of Cups is one of my favorite. Of course, I have several favorites, if you will. But the Queen of Cups is meditation will open you up to your inner, your intuition. It'll grow stronger if you learn to meditate. And you only need to spend at least 20 minutes a day or maybe every other day. But also listen to inspired music too. That's really, I do that myself. Um, your compassion, your sensitivity, it's all healing. So you don't have to be so stoic sometimes. I forget myself. I'm so concentrated on work, 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 work. I forget to just chill out and laugh and go out with my friends for lunch or whatever, go shopping or whatever. So, just know that Spirit is healing you from the inside out. He's giving you more confidence, as blessings come in, and they be small in the beginning, but then they're going to, kind of roll into the big blessings, and you'll be so happy. And when those things happen, always give thanks to Spirit, okay? Because they are the ones that are pushing you, okay, and guiding you to the right people, places, and things. If you ever read the Celestine Prophecy, if you haven't, get the book. It's about a man's journey through life, and each person that he met along the way to his journey, and he didn't even know what he was looking for, but he was looking for something. Each person guided him to the next step. So I find that when we think of Spirit, just know that they're there. They're gently pushing us and guiding us to the right people, places, and things. So sharpen those skills to prayer, and also meditation with Spirit, and be thankful that life is improving. So just stay on the middle path. It will do you well, okay? So, and yet here comes our testing card, which is the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands isn't really bad. It just means that people are going to disagree with you. They want to do things their way, not your way, and yet it's you that are requesting the help, and it's you that it's your job and your career and things like that. Sometimes people aren't happy about your ambitions. They want to bring you down. They're going to tell you, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? Those kind of people. And basically, as you've known if you're an adult, that they're jealous and they're envious because you're taking steps to improve your life, So don't play that game with them. Just be willing to collaborate with those people who support you, who celebrate your talents, who celebrate what you have to offer, and don't be shy about it. I mean, don't be overly egotistical, but just be, look, I've done this. I went to this school and that school. And if you want my grade, point average, I'll give it to you. Those kind of things. But just be confident. Not egotistical, just confident. And those that want to support you will. And so if you have nobody that wants to support you, then just go solo for a while. Don't tell anybody about your plans, and just do them at home when nobody's looking, behind people's backs. They don't need to know what you're doing anyway. So if you have no supporters, I'll support you. All the links are in my description box in the video. But, if you have to go solo for a while and do things without letting people know, good. Because nobody will interrupt your plans or try to get you or dissuade you thinking that you can't do it and those kind of things. So let's not let that happen. Okay, find people to collaborate with that want to help you succeed. Now, our next one is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, now let's talk about that. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, you got to get those ideas planted in the universe. Write them down. If you have like a cell phone and you got that app, is called Notepad or something like that, just write it down there and then just save it, and you can come back to it, or write it down on your 3-ring binder notepad. Write your ideas down, and so you don't forget them, because ideas come and then they go, and you go, gosh, I wish I would have remembered what I was thinking of. That was a great idea. So just jot them down wherever you can. Okay, so The universe sees everything that you do. And I've said this before. God, you can call God or the universe or, or angels. It all depends on what you want or believe in. But they watch everything that we do. So if you've stayed on the right path and you let go of the people that you shouldn't be hanging around, they will guide you into the right direction. So you just have to, focus on those things that give you energy to want to succeed in life. Take those steps. School, online training, or on-hand training at a job. So take those things, and you don't, if it's say a seasonal help or something like that, learn everything you can about that job because it will help you in the next job and then the next job until you get something permanent that you really, really like, So just keep your eyes and ears open for opportunities at the time. Because when the end of November is when Mercury's out of retrograde, I would think around anywhere from the 27th to the 28th, I believe. It's, at the end of Mercury retrograde. And then from that point on, everything is a go. It's fast, fast, fast movement. Everybody's ready now for some reason. Everybody has finally decided on what they're going to do, who they decided on for the job, those kind of things. So you got to be prepared. Okay. Our next card here is the King of Cups. Can you see that without the glare? Yeah, there you go. King of Cups. Now, if you've grown emotionally, and you don't allow anybody's negative energy especially, to sway or manipulate you, that means that you're becoming more patient than ever, so feel good about that. And feel good about the choices that you're making, okay? You're a wise leader now, okay? You've been there, done that, you just don't put up with other people's silliness anymore. So just smile confidently. People are looking up to you at this time, so don't disappoint them because that could be the major job or the major opportunity. If you're an actor or an actress, keep on going. Put those silly, YouTube videos out, or keep on going to those what are they called? Cold cards or callings, where a line of people are all wanting the same job as you. You just never know, okay, what's going to happen or anything like that. Okay, so our next card here is the Seven of Wands. Now, I love that because the woman is encircled, and I would call that, the universe is encircling this woman. You're becoming the light for everyone to follow, to learn from, to respect, and because you're not a phony. You're a very authentic person, okay? So be a bright light, happy person for others who may be going through a tough time. And then, if they talk to you, just try to make them feel better, whoever you may come across. And if they ask you how you do it, you can tell them, your steps, but just always remind them that everybody has their own journey that they have to follow. Excuse me, where did that come from? Everybody has a journey that they must follow on their own. And so just tell them, I read this book, or I listened to this person on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And just give them the nudge to make them feel happy and take their own steps to make them be successful in their own right. So you're a wise leader here, so smile confidently, okay? So, excuse me, I swear I just don't know what that is. And, Seven of Wands, stay away from haters. They are going to try to bring you down and just shake off their negativity for really. I can't be around negative people anyway. Their energy just drains me physically. So I try to just stay around happy people, and we bring each other up. We confide in each other. We help each other grow spiritually, mentally, career-wise, and those kind of things. Now our next card here is the Sun. I love that card. I love the colors too. They're so bright, and cheery, and the woman here just looking up to the sun, or it could be, spirit. But she's so thankful, and spirit is telling you that you're more than ready to succeed. So be happy about that. Life is beginning to soften up for you and the world. It goes up and down, especially during Mercury retrograde. But just know that everything's going to smooth out soon. And besides that, your aura, because you meditate, you've learned to clean your chakras, and you pray. Your aura is so bright; it's attracting the right people to help you. Open up your hands and receive Spirit's blessings. Okay. The next card is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, look at this guy. He's got his emotions right on his sleeve. He doesn't hide them. He just is in search of love or friends, and he's trying to find those right people for him. He's been through the ringer himself, and he's done that and experienced that, and he just wants somebody that is special for him, or friends first, of course. I always say that. Don't jump into any romance stuff, and that's that. Was it chicka bow wow? That kind of thing. Don't jump into that like the first date. That's so silly anyway. You don't even know the person that well. So if you're looking for friendships or even companions, just look for ones that have similar goals, hobbies. Maybe they both they're looking or would like to buy a house, but they have the similar traits that they want to kept it neat and clean. So if you meet someone, let them spoil you for a few days at this time. I think we all could use that, don't you? I know I could. I meditate every day. I pray every day, and my life has been through the ringer the last 5 years, not just last 5 years. But it's funny. Even though I've been through the ringer or something in this lessons learned, I'm a happy person. I know that I'll get through this, or I've gotten through this, and now things are starting to happening for me, and so I'm on the bright side of whatever happened, previously, and I'm a smarter, more intuitive, more grateful. I mean, so grateful for Spirit being in my life. So they got me out of it, and I'm just so happy to have them around me 24/7. So our last card here today is the Chariot. See those horses? They're just galloping towards whatever they have to, go to be on time. It's because they're receiving fast communication here. So possibly a career move. So don't be nervous, and continue to have that self-discipline that we talked about earlier. So when there's an open opportunity, you have to go after it. Now you may have 2 to 3 opportunities, coming up, but you go to every interview, and choose the one that suits you the best. Okay, it may be part-time, or it may be a career, long-lasting career. So choose the one that benefits you the most, that you have the discipline to stay with for a long time. So take action. Step out of your comfort zone and move forward, because oh yes, and most importantly, if you are asked to sign a contract, just ask them that you always don't sign right on the dotted line. You want to read these contracts beforehand to make sure that everything is copacetic, and if they're edgy about that, just say, I want this job. I just want to make sure that all the I's are crossed, or what is it? I's are dotted and the T's crossed. And if they're a good company, they say, okay, just let us know, within 24 hours or something like that. So that's all you have to do. But make sure that you read them thoroughly, because companies or employers they always slip something in that you weren't aware of, and that if you have a question, you should ask them, for the answers. And write down their answers, or have send it via email, so you have something in writing. So just choose the right one for you. And I think this week, I think we're all going to get some kind of good news. So I'm looking forward to that, and I know you are too. So if these, if my message this week, which I think is fantastic, I was so happy to pull these cards for you today. But give me a like, a thumbs up, or comment on the video, what parts you liked or whatever. So I hope this week's reading has helped you in some way. So God bless, and until next time, be at peace.